Good morning. I am headed from my hometown up to the mountains, do a little backcountry fishing. I'm going into a wilderness area today, and I woke up at 4 a.m. just to try and beat the post 4th of July morning rush through some of these heavier towns. And my plan is to go up to a trail that I've been kind of scouting out online and basically just backpacking in. Plan is to get in fairly deep on the trail, do a bunch of trout fishing today. I've made it to the wilderness area where I will be fishing and hopefully catching some trout. So we'll see what happens. I'm about to head back into the trout streams of the wilderness. Currently at Cohutta. About to hit this trail. I've never actually done this particular trail, so I'm gonna head on in and get on down to the river. And this trail goes for miles. It winds across the river several times, so there's lots of river crossings. There's a couple of trails kind of like that up here in the wilderness area, but apparently there's good native and also stocked trout. I'm excited to try this. I mainly do hunting up here. I mainly bear hunt and sometimes deer hunt up here, so I don't do a whole lot of fishing, but I did have some pretty good experiences growing up. Came up to North Georgia with a few friends and caught a bunch of trout and cooked them over a campfire. So I'm out here solo, hiking in, kind of unwind, recharge, and cast a line. So I'm gonna hit the trail and I'll keep you guys updated. Pretty decent trail. A lot of the trail reviews say that the trail can be hard to follow, so we'll see how the river crossings go. So there's lots of blowdown, that the trail hasn't been maintained, so I guess we will find out, and I'll let you guys know how it is. It's a nice rainy one today. Raining now. It's overcast. It said chances of thunderstorms 40 to 50% for today and tomorrow, so that's to be expected. And with all the river crossings, I'm sure that I'll be thoroughly soaked by the end of this trip, but hey, that's part of the fun. That's what we're here for, just to get out and immerse in nature and, you know, practice something that I'm not really good at. I don't do a whole lot of trout fishing. I can't remember the last time I went. It's probably been years. So I'm gonna be going pretty basic, throwing some rooster tails. I've got a white twirl-tailed jig rigged up now that I'm gonna throw, and I'm just gonna try to find some good deep pools and hope that they're biting this morning. So, you know, just basic game plan. Again, I'm no professional, so see this video not necessarily as a how-to, but as a beginner's experience vlog. Cover some ground and get some miles on the boots. I've got some hunts coming up that I'm training for, so I'm just trying to get as much time under the pack as I can. And I figured I would try a little fishing in the meantime. So we'll see what happens. This trail's kind of thick in some spots, but for the most part, it's been pretty easy to follow along, so that's good. Well, it is pouring down rain now, and I'm back on the trail, but stopped off under a tree, just trying to keep the cameras somewhat dry. Yeah, it is nasty out here, so I'm gonna try and get down to the river and toss a line. Hopefully the camera doesn't die. All right, I've made it. So this is the river I'll be fishing for today and potentially some into tomorrow. Just tied on a rooster tail. I've got my little, got a little spin caster rod here. I actually got this off Amazon. It telescopes down, so it's super packable. It telescopes all the way down to here. And basically I just shoved that in my pack and got down here, and I had a bite just a second ago, but it took my lure off, so I tied this one on a good bit tighter. Got a rooster tail. I got absolutely drenched on the way down here. It poured. I mean, it was a torrential downpour. So there's the bag. I'm basically, looks like the clothes are pretty dry, but I'm just hoping the expensive camera is not damaged. So I think I got everything into the bag soon enough, but it didn't have a rain cover, so fingers crossed on that. I'm about to start fishing though, and hopefully catch a few trout to cook up. That one. All right. Got ourselves a little bass here. Where'd he come out? Got him hooked pretty good. All right, first fish of the trip. Got ourselves a bass here, so we're gonna let him go. Bass aren't bad eating, but I'm trying to catch a trout. Fight number 2. All right, another one of these guys. Not foresee catching this many bass up here. Another one of these guys. Another one of these fellas. Little rooster tail came off, so I'm gonna go back with a twirl tail. I am here at a major river crossing, so it looks like I'm gonna get about waist deep on this crossing. Caught a bunch of small bass this morning, and then they kind of quit biting. I swapped out lures a few times. I actually had I threw a grub on that. I caught a few bass with that, and then I went back to the rooster tail, and it's about 2:30 in the afternoon right now. So I want to keep moving downriver, trying to get to hopefully some more slightly untouched waters, just to hopefully find some sort of hole with trout in it. I've been throwing all the bass back because I don't really care to eat bass. I have had bass and it was really good, but right now I'm trying to catch some rainbows or some browns, so I'm gonna load up the camp. I've just been taking the backpack, dropping it off, and finding holes to throw a lure in. So now I'm gonna do this river crossing over to the other side over there, and then keep on moving. This trail crosses the river several times, so I'm about to show you guys that, and hopefully I don't take a drink. Yeah, this is beautiful. What do we have here? No! Another one of these guys. I'm about sick and tired of these jokers. climbing out of that river bottom. I got to a point in the trail where it just completely fizzled out. There was a ton of deadfall everywhere, and I couldn't really see where the trail went. So I fished every hole in that area, and all I caught was bass. So I probably caught 15 bass. I mean, they were all they weren't small. I mean, a few were probably edible, but I came here for trout, so I will not probably be trout fishing this river again. And this trail needs some major work. So I'm headed back up to the truck, and I'm either going to relocate or try a different stream or river if I have time, or just hightail it back to my hometown and get home and handle some business. So I guess at the end of the day, at least I got up here, got to enjoy the mountains for a morning. Got rained on, caught a bunch of bass. So I'm trying to look at the positives here, but I'm a little bit sour that I didn't pull in any trout, because I can catch bass all around my house. Thanks for coming along. This is the first time I've tried trout this summer, so I had grand plans in mind of catching a few rainbows, but you know, sometimes in the outdoors you don't always get what you came for. So had fun, enjoyed it.